All right, we're here with West Texas A&M University head coach Kevin Blaskowski, along with senior student athletes Alyssa Lemos and Jessica Sipe. Coach, open up with a couple comments about tonight's game.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a pitcher's duel, and we knew coming in there was going to be key matchups throughout the game that, we were either going to have to win from the circle or we were going to have to win at the plate. Tonight, their pitcher was better than our pitcher in key at-bats from the circle, and their best hitters were better than our best hitters in key situations at the plate. Game comes down to the fifth inning. They're at the top of their lineup. We go out and get 3 outs there. We may not see the best part of their lineup again the rest of the night. But instead, they get 3 runs out of it. Okay? We come up in the bottom half of our inning. We have the top of our lineup, the best part of our lineup up, and we only get 1 run. Okay? End up losing a 4-3 ball game. Got to give credit to St. Mary's. They executed when they had to at the plate. Emily Britton did what she had to do in the circle. Now we're put in a situation we've got our back against the wall, and we've got to go out and win 14 innings of softball tomorrow.
Alyssa, what was it that Emily was doing out there that had you guys on top of the ball and just like basically grounding it to the left side? You guys did that pretty much throughout the night.
Most of her pitches had kind of a downward trend to it, and she was hitting knee right below the knee, and so one thing, we were just rolling over. We weren't letting the ball travel too far into us, and we rolled over the ball instead of sitting back, making sure that pitch was up above our knees and driving through the ball.
And just to talk about your big, obviously you had a big double. Well, I guess what worked there that didn't work later on?
Well, I just wasn't stressing the situation, just trying to get the runs in and just trying to poke the ball since it was an outside pitch to the right side of the field. And I didn't do that the second time around. So.
And Coach, it kind of was a difference in pitchers because Emily was a little slower and had a downward movement and more of a contact, whereas Rita was striking people out. Just kind of talk about the contrasting styles and how it was kind of a really close battle there.
Well, we knew coming in that Emily does a great job of hitting her spots and keeping the ball down and away, and she mixed in a couple of pretty good change-ups along the way. She's tough. She's a senior. She's been in these situations for 4 years, and she's very mature. She just did a really good job of keeping us off balance. I thought we pressed at the plate too much. We never really relaxed. We were too emotional all night. Rita, she's a strikeout kid. She moves the ball around. She just missed a couple of spots in a key situation, and the big one was when we hit the kid. We hit the kid with a pitch and put her on base, and the next kid gets one through the 5-6 hole that wasn't hit very hard, but we couldn't get to it. And then, Vadrine comes up and hits the big double to pick both of those up. And, she got behind, in that situation. And we know Taylor's an outstanding hitter. And we tried to beat her with a pitch up and in, try and jam her, and we didn't get it where it needed to be. And, she drove in 2 runs. So that's a tough situation. The at-bat after that, we were trying to run the ball up out of the zone, actually, and didn't get it high enough. And, the kid came up with a big base hit to pick up that 3rd run in that inning. So, both pitchers, I thought, threw pretty well. I was a little disappointed. I think Rita ran out of gas late, put us in a situation where you had to use Hannah. But Hannah threw the ball really well while she was in there. So we'll just have to see what happens tomorrow.
And speaking of tomorrow, last time you guys were in this situation, you won game 1, went out and lost the doubleheader the next day. So kind of talk about.
Thanks for reminding me of that.
Reverse the roles.
I don't know. It's a completely different situation. We were on the road that time. We're at home now. I'll be honest with you. Midwestern just kicked our butt twice on Saturday over there in 11. So. We're in a tough situation. Emily's obviously going to go to the circle, and she's a senior with a trip to the World Series on the line. She's going to probably pitch very well, and we're going to have to figure out how to beat that. It's a tough situation to be in. Our backs are against the wall right now, and we've got to come out and we've got to figure her out. We've got to put more than 4 hits on the board, and we'll just have to see. We'll make a decision in the morning on who we're pitching, but it's a tough situation to be in right now.
And then let's talk about it's going to be a little different also. You guys will be at home, but you guys are going to be at least starting off in the opposing dugout. How different is that, and how do you guys work with that?
It's definitely different. We had to do it back in 2011. I feel like it kind of helps put a chip on our shoulder because it is different being in the visitors dugout, but you also prepare for the game differently. You prepare to be the visiting team, prepare to come out and score first. That's one factor that we're not going to be able to let get to us. We're still out there for 7 innings, still 21 outs each team, but we're going to have to come out and focus on the game, not so much the dugout.
Hey, Coach, anything else you'd like to add?
Well, it was a great atmosphere. I want to thank all the people that came out. Had an outstanding atmosphere all night long, and it was a pretty good softball game. We didn't play as well as we should have, and they played very well. And it's the type of softball it's supposed to be at this point in time in the postseason. A one-run ball game, and we had some chances. We had a runner thrown out in the second inning. That was kind of a key situation, but. It was the bottom part of our lineup. I'd have done it all over again in that situation. So, it was a tough night, but we're going to have to get some rest, and we're going to have to come out ready to play a lot of softball tomorrow.
All right, guys, thank you. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.